This looks like a Knott's Berry Farm promo video. Side note, I have zhuzhed my hair for the past 30 minutes and it still looks like this. So I don't want to hear it from you, okay? We're all trying out here. Hey guys, it's Beth and welcome back to the channel. For today's video, I am doing something that I put off doing for so long. I'm gonna be reading some of your guys' assumptions about me. Yes, it is an outdated trend, but that's how it works here. I actually didn't do this in the past just because I knew you guys were gonna come through with the assumptions and I just didn't think I was ready for it. But that is the whole purpose of this challenge in the first place. So I went to my Instagram and I asked you guys to send all of your assumptions. So here we go. Why am I nervous? Let's start off with like an easy, little simple one. You prefer Takis over hot Cheetos. You know, recently, this is actually true. I've been a huge hot Cheeto fan for my entire life, but I just tried Takis for the first time a few years ago. They've just been my go-to ever since. Like, they're just a little more spicy. They have a little more flavor going on than hot Cheetos. You're soon having babies. No. Do I want to have kids? Well, I don't know. Cause like, listen, I love kids. Like, I love my nieces, but me, a mom? I just don't know. I don't know. Like, I still can barely take care of myself. Like, I just learned how to control my own emotions. I don't know. I definitely want to have kids. I just don't feel that anytime soon is right. You wish people didn't assume you're so innocent. This is something that recently, I feel like in the past couple years, hasn't really been an issue for me. However, I would say like 2014 was kind of when I started to, I guess, grow up a little bit more and discover like, whoa, I have a body, like what? And I remember I posted a selfie where I was showing like a little bit of cleavage and my comments on Instagram were just not having it. So I would say around that time, I was struggling a little bit because I was growing up more and I felt like I kind of had to stay in this mold of kind of how I portrayed myself online, which at the time when I was portraying myself as that, it was always who I truly was. It was only when I started to kind of grow up a little bit more that I personally struggled with how to communicate that online, which at the end of the day was no one's fault but mine. It's just I had never experienced that before, so I was unsure how to handle that. So to answer your assumption, no, I don't feel that now. I feel that more than ever now I can truly be myself because I allow myself to be who I am without worrying about repercussions such as like what people would think, because at the end of the day it just doesn't matter. It's too exhausting to think about that, and I think as long as you're happy, that's all we care about. Do you? You're gonna get married soon. I hope so. Dom and I talk about marriage a lot. We've been dating for like 3 years now and we've been talking about it for a couple years. I am very deeply in love and I am ready to be a wife. You're a perfectionist and it has weighed on you throughout the years. Speak the truth. I used to think that being a perfectionist was something to be proud of, and then I realized that at the end of the day, all it meant is that I was just never happy with anything that I made, and I never gave myself the credit whenever I would have success or accomplish anything. I never allowed myself to truly feel the accomplishment because I felt everything that I did just never was enough. And that's something that obviously all of us experience at one point. For me, I realized that nothing is ever really going to be perfect, and that's kind of the point, is that we're continuously learning and growing, and the worst thing that we can do is be so afraid to mess up or to fail that we just don't do anything at all. Because regardless of if we fail, which I also at this point I don't really believe that failure necessarily exists, because anytime I've ever done something and even if I didn't get the result I wanted, I always learned something from that experience and gained some sort of knowledge or something else out of it, even if it wasn't what I intentionally planned on gaining. So there's really no losses. The only loss that you can have is by not going for it. We're getting philosophical these days. You have never tried alcohol. This is false. I've definitely tried alcohol before. I don't remember when I had my first drink, but I drink. Love me some wine, love me some tequila. Tequila just makes me want to dance everywhere, so if you ever just see me doing some twirls and flips, just know she might have had some tequila, so there you go. You eat healthy. You exercise a lot. You're flexible. Next one, you have a garden of love for you in my heart. That's what I have. You had trouble making friends growing up. True. I had really good friends growing up. However, I did have some trouble making new friends just because of my crippling need to be accepted, which caused me to be really shy because I was always scared to say the wrong thing. We love that. So I feel my shyness growing up definitely held me back from having even more great friendships. Like, I was super shy. I Googled how not to be shy. That's how you know you're really shy. And none of the articles worked. My shyness only went away when I truly decided that I just didn't care so much what other people thought. You like to have a good time, are thoughtful, and have a zeal for life. Thank you for writing my new Instagram bio. You love fall and Christmas. Yes, you probably know this if you've seen my excessive amount of holiday themed videos in the past. That hasn't changed. I still love all that stuff, still go overboard, and wouldn't have it any other way. You never dated seriously before Dietrich's. It's so weird to hear his name like that. This is actually true. I mean, I like kinda dated. I wouldn't really call that dating. I did some things before Dom and I dated, but I was never in a very serious relationship before. You show that you're humble, but deep inside you know you're a bad bitch. I mean, speak facts. We all should feel like we're a bad bitch, like you are. I think that's healthy. We should all exercise that feeling every day. You miss your long curly hair in 2014. Actually, I've had short hair for a few years now and I really love it. One, because I'm lazy and I don't have to do as much work when my hair is short. But recently I've been missing my long hair and I kind of want to grow it out again. You don't shower for days. I actually shower every day, sometimes 2 times a day. I also wash my hair probably way too much. But like, where else am I supposed to contemplate life and maybe cry sometimes? Like, there's no other place to do that than my shower. You miss making music. Yes, this is true. I put out a single like some years ago and then I really didn't put out any other music after that. I mean, I've done a few covers. I was writing a lot of stuff and working with writers, and then I found that I was kind of just making music for the sake of making it, and I didn't feel like I really emotionally connected to any of it, and I felt kind of wrong just putting out something just for the sake of putting it out. Recently, like the past year, I started writing music again just for myself. I can say the music that I've been working on in the past year I enjoy way more than anything I made in the past, so who knows, you may hear it, you may not. You're hardworking, very nice, and deserve all the success you've had in life. Wow, thank you, Danny Mills. I love your assumption. You regret doing your arrow line. This is false. I actually really loved the arrow line. I was super happy with everything that we created. It was a bit of a crazy experience just because I was like, hey, I'm like 17 coming in with like all of these professional designers, like let's make some clothes. Like, it was a very fish out of water. Is that the term? Water out of fish. What? It was one of those experiences. I felt out of my element, to say the least, but it was definitely a dream come true. I've always wanted to design things, so to be able to do that was so cool, and it's definitely something that I miss doing, so I'm probably gonna find a way to do that in the future. You are a very logical person whose emotions don't cloud her judgments. That's real false. I consider myself to be logical, but when my emotions tap in, it's over. Like, yeah, my emotions for sure. What was the question? You secretly are a dog. Rough. You secretly are engaged. I wish. You eat whole wheat cereal. Absolutely not. If I'm gonna eat cereal, I'm going in. I'm getting Captain Crunch, I'm getting Oreo cereal, Cookie Crisp, give me it all. You're the type who's not going to notice me. You're the type who's wrong. You don't really drink/party a lot. This is true. I definitely don't party that much. I just left out the drink part. I also don't drink that much either. However, I do drink more than I do party. Also, 2020 has made it very hard to have, you know, any sort of social gatherings. But before the pandemic, no, I still didn't. See, partying to me is like, bring the girls over, let's have some wine and watch some Netflix. I'm good. You stopped doing YouTube constantly because you hated it. I definitely wouldn't say that I ever hated YouTube. The most significant breaks that I've taken from YouTube were usually due to the fact that I wasn't happy with myself and I wasn't happy mentally, and I also didn't know how to say it because I wasn't even aware that I was going through YouTube burnout because I'd never heard of it before. So So I've never hated YouTube. I still love YouTube so much, and I'm so grateful for everything that YouTube and you guys have given me. It was just a big learning curve for me of like how to handle my own mental health and knowing what methods work best for me to get back to my best self. That is it for my assumptions. Thank you guys for sending in what you think about me. I tried to include a good amount, but you guys sent a lot, so thank you. We got to know each other a little better. Actually, I didn't really get to know much about you, so I want you to leave a comment and tell me something very secret about yourself. Expose yourself in the comments. I had to be vulnerable. It's your turn. I love you, and I will talk to you soon. Bye!